Now look guys, there are no quick fixes, but I'm going to give you a couple of ideas that you can apply quickly and see if they make a difference. I recommend doing them on the range, and obviously the more you practice good things at work, the better you play. So we'll start with the slice. If you're a right-handed golfer, obviously going to be way left to right, not controllable. What's happening? Face is wide open, or you're coming across the ball, or a combination of the two, which is where this gets kind of, or your posture's, you do something set up in your posture. So all of those play a factor. So you want to check your alignment, see, start with a neutral alignment, see how that works. Checking to make sure that your face is square towards the target, at least at address, and then look at your takeaway. Is your takeaway very upright, and so that you don't have any option to get back to the ball except to come across it? You want to look at that. So a fix for that is, think about working your takeaway, having your hands lower. So instead of using your arms to just take away the ball, maybe using your chest and trying to keep your hands not as low as possible, but lower than you normally would. And try this with an easy swing. Start there. Don't try to go full speed, because you'll be able to work your way up and get the results that you're looking for better that way. In terms of your hook, so for righties, that's a big right to left. For lefties, it's the big left to right. Come away across. Obviously, again, uncontrollable. Again, you want to check your posture, your alignment, really. Your posture too, because if you're going to come over the top of the ball, it's usually because you're probably already set up in that kind of way that your body can't open up to actually swing out at the target. So that's something you want to take a look at, but definitely starting with a neutral alignment. Get your alignment sticks out. Very helpful, simple, easy, really cheap and free almost. Use another club. Check your alignment. Make sure you're aligned towards the target, towards your target that you want to swing towards. Because if you want to hit a draw, obviously it's going to be left to right, but you don't want the big swooping draw that you don't have any control of and can't get in the fairway. So again, check your club face. And it's the little bit of the opposite for the draws. For the slice, you might be taking the club away too shallow, and you don't have anything else to do but come over top of the ball. So take a look into that. And again, the way you set up, you don't want to set up too closed so that you can't open up to the target. So you're just using your arms to throw your hands, and that's not going to be good. You want to be using the big muscles to use your body as kind of a spring or a pendulum to really catapult the ball out there. But if you're just using only one part, you really can't do much with that. So I want you to work on that. Practice, obviously, again, is going to be the thing that makes a difference. It's not going to work, the very first time. It might hopefully make it better. You can see where you're going. But again, start with the slow swings and try to get your hands just a slightly bit more upright. You don't want them just low below your wrist, below your waist or something. You want them at least a little bit above your waist height, not too much, So take a look at that. But also, mindful of your grip. I see a lot of guys that could be really over the top sometimes. And also be mindful of injuries that you might have had that you made an accommodation that worked because it kept you from swinging in pain but allowed you to continue to play golf. Keep that in mind. If you made any of those adjustments, some years ago or months ago, and you never went back to the normal way of swinging, you might want to check on any of those changes that you might have made. And see if you can't get back to what might have been working before then. But check your grip so you're not too over the top, not too weak. Both of those can easily cause issues, especially if you're overcompensating with the left or with your posture. It can get all mixed up. So try to start with a neutral setup, neutral grip, and work from there. Especially if you're having really big problems, try to go back to square one. Start from there and then build up. Now, if you're having issues with the chunk and the slice, that the chunk and the thin, the fat, you're not necessarily as far as you think. Oftentimes you just really need to stay inside your posture because you're either coming way out of your posture in the downswing, or you're not staying in it in your takeaway. Regardless, something's happening in the change of distance between your chest and your arms and the distance between the ball, and you're trying to make that adjustment. Now, start with easy swings. Start with chipping and then go to pitching. Work on an easy pendulum motion, keeping the arms loose and long, not tight, because if you got if you got room to do all this, then you've got room to change that distance. You kind of just want them, relaxed in front of you at their natural length, and then from there, use your upper body to kind of, swing the club. So take some of those ideas in mind, and we'll see how that works. See you out there.